Hey, what is happening, my fellow Zillow surfers? In today's video, I wanted to bring back a little Zillow nostalgia and talk about the Zillow Make Me Move feature. How many of you guys remember the Zillow Make Me Move feature? And how many of you guys actually used the Make Me Move feature? Did you guys try to put up your house as a Make Me Move? If so, drop a comment and tell us about it. If you're not familiar with what Zillow Make Me Move was, it ran for about 10 years from 2008 to 2018. And what it was, it allowed you to claim your home on Zillow. Anybody can claim their home on Zillow, but it allowed you to claim your home on Zillow, and you could put it up using a feature called Make Me Move. Now, what Make Me Move was, it was kind of like soft selling or kind of gauging interest for your property. And what you could do, you could put your house up, quote unquote, for sale with a Make Me Move price. And it was it was inflated prices. And it was kind of like, I'm not really looking to sell my house, but if you wanted to buy my house, here's what I would be willing to sell it for. And I actually used the feature probably back in 2010 or something like that. I had just bought my first townhouse, duplex, whatever you want to call it. And, I just thought it was kind of a cool feature. I saw it was out there. I had bought my property for $86,000. And I think I threw it up at a Make Me Move price of $150,000. Shockingly, I wound up selling the home probably about 10 years later for $180,000. So I actually sold it for more than the Make Me Move price. I sold it during the midst of the health emergency in probably 2021. But it's funny that my Make Me Move price, I actually wound up getting more money for the home, albeit 10 or 12 years later. What the Make Me Move feature was, like I said, it was kind of a way of, it was a fun tool. You could throw up your house and say, here's what I'd be willing to sell for. Now, the program was eventually canceled because it caused some confusion for buyers. Like, people were running into Make Me Move features, which aren't really serious sellers when they were actually looking to buy a home. And the reality of it is, if you had like your average suburban home, nobody's gonna nobody's gonna make an offer on a Make Me Move price. Like, what I think Make Me Move would have been ideal for was unique properties. You have a waterfront property, you have a house on a river, on a lake, you have a really unique house. Maybe you have a home near Lake Michigan that's in like an old, railroad caboose or something like that. If you truly had a unique home, it may bring some buyers out of the woodwork and kind of bring out some interest. And with a home like that, it's not going to, it's something that it's worth what it's worth to the buyer. You're not going to be able to find a lot of other homes out there like it. So you might be able to fetch a Make Me Move price. But again, if you have like an average home, an average suburban home, people probably aren't going to pay your Make Me Move price. But let's talk about the Make Me Move feature in today's video. So what was the Make Me Move feature? It launched in 2008. Zillow's Make Me Move feature allowed homeowners to post listings for their properties, but with a twist. The homes weren't actually for sale unless somebody made an offer. Instead, homeowners could enter a price at which they would be willing to sell their property if the right buyer came along. It was designed to gauge interest in their home without committing to putting it on the market. The idea was a way to capture people who were on the fence about selling but might be tempted to make a move if the right offer came through. In essence, it allowed homeowners to test the waters without fully engaging in the often stressful process of selling a home. And here's something interesting going on right now. A lot of people might jokingly say that the entire market right now is Make Me Move. And why I say that, a lot of people, feel like a lot of the properties out there are overpriced, and a lot of sellers are wanting to fetch those 2020, 2021, 22 prices back when interest rates were lower and back when prices were lower, right? Like, a lot of people feel like the entire market is overpriced. But another reason that people feel like the entire market is a Make Me Move feature right now is home delistings are up 47% right now. By some studies and in some areas over 50%. So what you're seeing is a lot of people are throwing a house up on the market, letting it sit for a couple months, either not getting offers or not getting offers they're happy with, and then saying, I'll pull the house off the market and, wait until next buying season, next spring or summer. And so that's happening all across the country. I think with interest rates where they are, as well as home prices where they are, a lot of people realize like they're going to pay a whole lot more money than they're currently paying to get into a home that's not that much better than what they already have. And a lot of sellers are kind of kicking themselves for maybe not selling a couple years ago when there were buying wars and people were waiving inspections and things were really crazy. So a lot of people are joking that the entire market right now is Make Me Move. So how did people use the Make Me Move feature? Well, people used Make Me Move in a variety of ways. Number one, they would experiment with prices. Some homeowners used it to test what price they could realistically expect from their homes without actually listing them. Number two, feeling out the market. It allowed sellers to see if there was any serious interest in their property without committing to a full sale. Number three, fishing for buyers. Some users were hoping a buyer would come along and make an offer that would convince them to move. And number four, showcasing potential. Homeowners could display their properties, sometimes with enhanced descriptions or improvements made to entice potential buyers. It worked like a soft listing where a person could say, this is the price I want, but I don't have to sell it unless somebody meets it. So ultimately, why did the Make Me Move feature go away in 2018? The feature was discontinued in 2018, and there were a couple main reasons for its removal. Number one, low interest and low engagement. Well, it was a fun idea in theory. Many homeowners didn't actively update or monitor their Make Me Move listings, leading to a lack of fresh and meaningful content. Number two, limited value for buyers. Buyers were often confused by listings that were not actually for sale. It made it harder to sift through legitimate listings from speculative or non-serious ones. Number three, Zillow's shifting focus. Zillow began focusing more on its Zillow Offers program, where it directly bought and sold homes and other more conventional aspects of real estate, so the Make Me Move feature became somewhat redundant. And number four, market changes. The housing market had also evolved where there was less demand for soft listings. Homeowners were either actively trying to sell or they weren't, and the middle ground didn't have as much appeal. The legacy of this, even though the Make Me Move feature was eventually phased out, it was an interesting experiment in real estate marketing that influenced some of Zillow's later innovations in home buying and selling. It also foreshadowed the trend of non-traditional selling tactics like iBuyers that became more common in the next decade. In summary, Make Me Move was an early attempt to bring more flexibility and nuance to the real estate buying and selling process, but it didn't quite find lasting success. So how many of you guys out there remember Zillow's Make Me Move feature? Did any of you guys ever use it? Did anybody out there actually buy a property that was listed as a Make Me Move? I'd love to hear your guys' experiences and memories of the Make Me Move feature, so go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel and want to see more Zillow surfing videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell as well to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.